Ladies and gentlemen, our CTO and co-founder, Mr. Clint Oram.
That's pretty cool.
That is. I think we have to have an eye as the background, don't we?
Oh, we do have the eye in the background.
Okay,
there you go. Everybody taking their selfies? Everybody doing the sugar selfie, pound sugar selfie? Yeah. How you guys doing out there? We're having fun out here. How's everybody doing? Having a good time? Yeah. Good morning, SugarCon. Good morning. We've got some cool stuff to show you here this morning. Here, time for the hot new stuff. Yeah. You ready to see some cool stuff? I am. All right, let's dig into it here. So Larry and Jennifer, we're sharing with you our thoughts about how if you can transform the culture of your company to focus on the customer, right? To put that customer at the center of your thinking. If you can understand your customer from their perspective as they work with your company, you're on the right path, right? But, every business consultant for the last 50, 60 years has been saying, put the customer at the center of the journey. Sure? Well, what if you can also take every step of operationalizing that journey for your employees? Help your employees have the right information at the right time. That's what you do with a customer relationship management solution. So what I'm going to talk to you over the next couple minutes about is how we translate those concepts into actual functionality in an application that you put in front of your employees as they work with your customers. First, you synthesize that customer information. That's a cool word, synthesize, right? Synthesize that customer information. What does that mean? Take all that data behind the firewall across all of your different systems. Take all that data about your customers outside the firewall. Pull it together into one system to put in front of your employees. As you do that, how do you actually help your employees connect with their customers? How do you help them connect with their customers? Reinforcing that customer perspective as they work with your company. Next step after that, pull it all together into a process, right? You got the data, you got the perspective, pull it together into a process that's well-defined, well-understood, is implemented inside of your CRM system so that every one of your employees follows that same process over and over again, right? Consistent customer experience. And then personalize it to your end users. Because every one of us has a different role in our company. We look at that customer information differently, right? We do. If you're in the customer support department, you look at it differently than if you're in the sales department. Personalize that user experience to how you work with your customers. Got some great new things to show you here how we do that at SugarCRM. First off, it's my pleasure to now introduce to you a concept that we've been working on here for several months as we've been looking at how we operationalize the customer journey into a customer relationship management solution. This is the new customer journey dashlet that allows you to reinforce the customer perspective. We're going to be looking at this in more detail over the course of this next few minutes ahead of us. The customer journey dashlet allows you to map out that customer journey, put it in front of your employees as they work with the customer, and help your employees understand what your customer is thinking about and where they're at in their journey as they work with your employee. That's the outside-in view that Larry was talking about. Each one of those decision stages has a task or a milestone attached to it, so you know what to do next. What's that next best action that you take when you work with your customer? What's the right content that I need to have? What should I be saying to this customer? And of course, well, who are those human touch points? Who is the customer that you're actually working with, right? That's the part that we're capturing all in Sugar, pulling it together into one view of that customer every step of the way. This is the new customer journey dashlet that you'll be seeing here in more detail in a few minutes. I invite you to come and visit us in that user experience lab that Larry was talking about. where you get to sit down and give us your feedback on how you see this fitting into your business. A next new, very cool area of Sugar that I'm extremely excited to talk to you about today. Orchestrating those interactions. Mapping it out inside of your CRM system, right? If you're familiar with Sugar, we've had workflow for a while, an entirely new capability that we're extremely excited to announce today and unveil for you, our new advanced workflow capability that allows you to map out even more sophisticated customer interaction processes across your entire business. This is a really cool piece. This is a world-class workflow capability that allows you to model a whole variety of processes across your entire business. Has anybody ever had any challenges routing leads to the right salesperson? Yeah? Little problems now and then? What about, I'm sure you probably don't do this in your business, right? A discount? What's the way that you approve the discount? Who actually gets to approve it? What's the sign-off, that discount approval process? Any challenges in your business there? What about a customer support escalation, right? What's the process by which a customer support escalation works its way through your business? These are all processes that you map out inside of Sugar using this exciting new visual designer tool designed for your business analysts. This is a tool designed for your business side, not the IT side, the business side. Sales operations manager, customer support manager, defining every step of the process with branching logic, emails being sent out at the right point in time, updating the data inside of Sugar, waiting for a certain amount of time, all of that being mapped inside of Sugar. Powerful business process engine in the background, orchestrating how you work with your customers. Now, one of the challenges of these business process management tools that have been folded into CRM systems in the past is that your employees don't actually know what happens next when you click save, right? I click on a button in the app. What happens next in that process? Because these designer tools might have been designed just for that sales operations manager. Well, inside of Sugar, your employees at any point in time, with a click of the button, pull up their own view of the status of the particular process that they're working in. They can see what's already been accomplished in the past and what's coming ahead of them so that they know what's happening inside of the business as they work across departments, as they work with other individuals in the business to satisfy the needs of your customers. Pretty cool tool, right? I like it. That you're going to see here in a few more minutes. You bet. Right on. But wait, there's more. There's always more, right? Managing a series of complex business rules can be challenging for many companies. So inside of the new advanced workflow tool inside of Sugar, we have a business rules editor that allows you to map out those rules. Say, for instance, that lead routing that I was telling you about. Maybe you do lead routing based upon zip codes, right? If zip code 1234, then you route over to the guys on the East Coast, 94022, the guys on the West Coast. But what if you use that same rule over and over and over again? Well, with the business rules editor inside of Sugar Advanced Workflow, you can reuse those same rules over and over and over again. And then when you make one change, it impacts all those processes together. Again, simplifying your life as you manage your business and help your employees know what to do next as they work with their customers. In addition, notifying all the individuals that you're working with, whether it's inside the company or outside the company, as to what's happening next is how you pull this all together from the human perspective, tying together all the individuals involved in helping your employees work with your customers. Whole series of excellent new exciting capabilities inside of Sugar that I'm proud to announce here today at SugarCon and maybe show you in even more depth in a couple minutes here, right? Next step ahead of us, synthesizing that customer information. We're pleased to announce an entirely new capability that we've added into Sugar called Build a List. We've had a fantastic partnership with Dun & Bradstreet for over a year now, where we've been able to pull in customer information, company information, and add that into Sugar and augment the existing records in Sugar. Working with our partner Dun & Bradstreet, we've expanded that capability in Sugar so that you, as a sales manager, can quickly define a target list of prospects, individuals that you want to go after. With a few clicks of the button, build that list, import it into Sugar, and immediately kick off a calling campaign, for instance. Powerful new capability around our partnership with Dun & Bradstreet. Exciting new capabilities inside of Sugar around Build a List. Again, you'll see more of that in a few more minutes. Now, I've talked about personalizing the user experience. That's been a theme here at Sugar for a couple years now, hasn't it? Personalizing that user experience so that when you use the application, it works for you. We really believe that empowering the individual to get their job done is a key reason why you should be using Sugar CRM inside of your business. One of the things that we've done here is update the knowledge base article capability in Sugar. This is coming out in a few months ahead of us, version 7.7. The other things I've been talking about coming out in just a few weeks. Version 7.7 later this year, you'll see the new knowledge base article capability inside of Sugar, updated inside of the Sugar 7 user experience, allowing you to find knowledge base articles to help guide your employees through the processes that they're working with their customers and what information they should be sharing with the customers at each point in time. The ability to not just find those articles quickly, but see which ones have been highly rated, give feedback on those articles, helping you capture the knowledge inside of your business and share that across all of your employees. Next. Another new exciting capability inside of Sugar. This is one that you, if you've been working with Sugar for a while, you've been asking for this. And I'm excited to share with you a new ability to personalize that user interface to your role in the company. Remember how I talked about a few minutes ago, how if you're in the sales department, you might want to look at your customer information differently than if you're in the customer support department? Who here has a large sales organization across different geographies, right? Maybe a multinational sales organization. I know many of you do. Doug, I know many of you here in the room have large sales teams where the processes across the different geographies, across the different regions are different, right? Now inside of Sugar 7.6, with the new roles-based view capability, you can quickly and easily, as an administrator, configure the layout of the screen, which fields are displayed at which point in time, all is based upon the role of the user who's currently logged in. Outstanding new capability that's been asked for a while, and we're delivering to you in 7.6, roles-based views. You can clap on that one. That's a good one. I like that one. I saw a couple of people nod and say, hey, did you hear that? That's cool. Right on. Excellent. Continuing on the theme of personalizing the user experience. We've been investing in Sugar Mobile for years now and continue to invest in our mobile-first design philosophy at Sugar CRM. We've added some exciting new capabilities inside of Sugar Mobile around dashboards and dashlets being inside of the application, including the activity stream inside of the Sugar Mobile that allows you to communicate with your colleagues quickly and easily, tracking all of that communication inside of the application, building that full record of your customer information. All of this now being available in just a few weeks in 7.6. I'm really excited to see these excellent new capabilities around Sugar Mobile. Again, thank you to the engineering team for continuing to drive and deliver the innovation that powers your business and allows you to connect with your customers with the right information at the right time. So I hope you've had a chance to share my excitement and see some cool new things here around what we're doing with the Sugar Roadmap, allowing you to put that customer at the center of your business, right? Pull together all that data about your customer into one system, looking at that data from the view of the customer outside in, right? Orchestrating every step of those processes. Don't mind the man behind the scene. Orchestrate the processes that are happening as you work with those customers, and ultimately empower your employees with the right information at the right time. Now, it's great to hear about it, huh? Probably want to see it in action. Demo time. All right. This is the part we all love to see every year at Sugar, the demonstration of these exciting new capabilities put into action, illustrating everything that we've been talking about, the customer journey map. I'd like to bring up a few of my colleagues here, come up on stage. We're going to walk you through a demonstration of how you could be using Sugar inside of your business and leveraging all of these new capabilities that we've been talking about here. So to begin with, as we look at operationalizing the customer journey, we have a sample company that we're going to be working about. Picking up on what Jennifer was saying a few minutes ago. In fact, her name's about to change, so bear with me here. What Jennifer, SugarCRM's Chief Marketing Officer, was talking about, that travel company, right? We have a travel company called Travel New, who works with the discerning traveler who likes to stay at unique and different locations as they travel and enjoy something different in terms of attractions and such as they travel. So Travel New, catering to the discerning traveler. At Travel New, they have two types of customers, right? They have the customers who come to the website and actually look for travel. And then there's those other customers that we were talking about earlier who are the hotels that list on the website. That's who we're going to focus on today, the hotels that are listing on the website. In addition, we're going to be looking at or introducing three folks here who are going to walk us through their view of working with those customers. First, we have Max in the marketing department. Raise your hand, Max. Max's job is to work with prospects through the needs and research phases of their journey with Travel New. Next, we have an entirely new person that you've never seen before. Imagination hats here, right? Sid, our hotel sales manager, who works with her customers through the decide, evaluate, and purchase phases of the customer journey with Travel New. And third, we have our customer success manager. This is Kerry down here. He works with customers through the receive, use, and renew phases of their journey with Travel New. Sound good? Everybody got the stage here? Understand what we're working through? Okay. And please, first, help me welcome up our marketing manager, Max, as we learn about how he uses Sugar to work with his prospects. Before we do that, one quick step I want to... Who's never seen Sugar before? I think there's a few folks in the audience who are new. Let me just first orient you to the application real quick. So this is the home screen of Sugar, where every one of your employees starts their day as they log into Sugar CRM. This dashboard that you see on the home screen is completely configurable by your users to match the information that they need to guide them through their day. In this particular case, you see how Max has configured the dashboard to show a series of charts and dashlets that give him insight into what campaigns have translated into customers. Okay, this is how Max uses Sugar to know what's working from his perspective in terms of successful marketing campaigns. In addition, across the top of the screen, you're going to see the different modules inside of Sugar. Everything from account management, contact management, through opportunity management, quotes, knowledge base, support cases, a full end-to-end customer relationship management solution that allows you to manage the full end-to-end customer journey with your customers. So Max, come on up and let's hear about how you use Sugar as part of your day.
Sure. So I've been running a pilot program called Experience, targeting boutique hotel owners in New York, Chicago, and LA. I've been gathering a lot of information about those hotel owners who've been or those hotels that have been participating in my program, and I've been tracking it in Sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that information to help me target more effectively when it's time for me to roll out my program to a larger audience or a bigger market. So I'm ready now to launch a new program in San Francisco called Experience SF. So what I'm going to do is I go into Sugar, I look at my dashboard, and I can really easily see on the three big charts that I put together for myself here that owners are the titles that I need to target. Boutique hotels, obviously, are the businesses that I need to target, and that the right size for me to go after here are hotels, boutique hotels with between 10 and 200 employees.
Good deal. Now, Max here is going to leverage the new Dun & Bradstreet's Build a List capability inside of Sugar that I told you about just a minute. Let's see it in action as Max builds the target list that he's looking for, and with a click of the button, pulls all of those new prospects from Dun & Bradstreet into Sugar.
So Build a List makes it incredibly easy for me to put my list together. All I do, first of all, is go in and select the title I care about as owner. The state is California. City is San Francisco. I enter a SIC code, that's a standard industry classification code for, in this case, hotels. And then I enter the size from between 10 employees and 200. As soon as I do that, the instant I put that information in, my target list shows up on the right. I can easily export it out to Silverpop, IBM Silverpop, my marketing automation system.
There you go. Max has introduced IBM Silverpop. Let me expand on that for just a minute. Another one of our fantastic business partners, IBM, has an outstanding new marketing automation solution that they call Silverpop. Silverpop is for your marketing department to orchestrate those interactions with their customers across every touch point. Let's see how Max leverages IBM Silverpop and the rest of our team does throughout the course of interacting with these customers.
So now that my list is in Silverpop, it's easy for me to launch my integrated marketing campaign. Now, because Experience SF is a new service, I've created a podcast that'll help educate the boutique hotel owners on some of the ways that they can compete more effectively with some of the larger chain hotels, especially with a more discriminating clientele. So I'm going to send this out through my campaign. I'm going to be reaching hotel owners and operators who are beginning to do some research and understand what are some new growth opportunities they could pursue, or just trying to keep up on the latest industry trends.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. All right. So with partners like IBM and Dun & Bradstreet, Sugar is able to pull together an end-to-end solution helping you to manage every step of that needs and research phase as you work with potential new prospects. Find the right new prospects, engage with them, bring them out to you, and start working with them. All right. Now let's shift gears here, and let's move over to our sales manager, Sid, and learn about how Sid works with this hot new prospect that Max has found for her.
So I start my day with something exciting. I knew that my marketing manager, Max, had launched the new campaign to recruit hotels for Experience SF, and I get an email alert that I have a new opportunity, a new contact. I go into the contact screen in Sugar, and I can see that Mary Jensen from Hotel 7 has expressed interest in our new service. On the contact screen, I can see information about who Mary is, a little bit about Hotel 7 from the D&B Premier Service. I can see what their revenues are, what the size of the hotel in terms of number of employees, and through a dashlet I can even see a quick look at the Hotel 7 website so I can get a sense of what their property looks like and how it might fit in with our new service. I want to know more about what Mary's already experienced with our marketing campaign, so I drill into the contact insight. From there, with the Silverpop integration, I can see that Mary has seen the podcast that the marketing team put together, and in fact, she's been back to the website several times to get more information about our service offering.
Good deal. Pointing out the IBM Silverpop integration here real quickly. Going a step further on that, not only is all of the prospect lead data synchronized in the background between Sugar and Silverpop, including accounts, contacts, opportunities, but as you can see here, we've also integrated the user experience from Silverpop into Sugar, making it easy for not just Sid, but all of the people that work for her to quickly see all the key new information about their customers. So let's see what Sid does next as she works with this prospect, Mary.
So I go back out to the opportunity screen to get a little bit more information. Again, I'm grounded in what's going on with Mary and the Hotel 7 website, but I also, most importantly, have this great view in the upper right-hand corner of where Hotel 7 is in their customer journey. I can see that they're at the decide phase, and underneath that journey visual, I can see I have 2 tasks I need to complete to get them to the next stage of their decision. The first is I need to identify the finance manager and the marketing manager in the Hotel 7 team, and I need to get them involved in an evaluation so they can learn more about our offering.
Let's take a quick look at that customer journey dashlet that I introduced you just a few minutes ago, put here into action up on the screen. Couple parts that you see here. You see each of the different segments, right, being lit up in different colors along the way. That's all being orchestrated, managed by Sugar Advanced Workflow in the background. So a sales operations manager, a marketing manager, a customer support manager have all worked together to define a series of workflows that manage the process that illustrates that visual guide throughout each step. In fact, you see the tasks underneath, right? All that defined inside of Advanced Workflow. That entire process visually represented for Sid and her team, but managed in the background by Advanced Workflow. Pretty cool.
So, armed with the information about Hotel 7 and what Mary's integrated, already seen from us, I'm going to reach out to her.
Hotel 7, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary, this is Sid from Travel New. How you doing?
Hey, Sid, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, Mary, the reason for my call, I saw that you listened to our podcast about our new Experience SF service and it had expressed interest in it, and I wanted to reach out and tell you more about it.
Yeah, I actually did, and your call is very timely. I've noticed that our hotel occupancy rates are getting low, and as a new hotel, we really need to increase awareness.
Well, I know we can help you with that with our new service, Mary. In fact, we have a great evaluation we can put together for you that will really allow you to see what we can bring to your hotel. I'd love to get you involved in that evaluation, and there are 2 key people that I'd recommend that we include. One is really helping out with a finance person, somebody who really looks at your business model and how you get the return on investment for a service like ours. Who would that be in your organization?
So that would be Kyle Gomez. He's our general manager and typically looks into these types of investments. I shared the podcast with him, and he actually had some questions for you.
Ah, good. Good to know. I'll make sure I reach out to Kyle and answer his questions. And Mary, the second person that's really important to get involved at this stage is the person who would actually be managing the listing on the site. It's usually somebody in your marketing organization who keeps the images and the social media up and running so that you stay at the top of the list. Who would be the right person in your team to engage on that?
Yeah, that's Tim Hanover, and he's our assistant manager.
Tim, okay, very good. I'll make sure, Mary, that I get this evaluation out to you and your team so that you can see how Experience SF can transform your hotel.
Okay, great.
All right. See how the tasks in the dashlet were crossed off as Sid was entering in the human touch points, those key stakeholders in the process? That's exactly how Advanced Workflow works together. It's capturing the fact that that information was entered and then marking off the step in the dashlet, progressing our way through that customer journey. Let's see what Sid does next.
So now that I have Mary and interested in learning more and taking that evaluation, I'm going to click on the eval link in my task, and it opens up an email that allows me to automatically have the right form I need to send to Mary. I'm going to personalize the email and send it off to her.
Completing each of these tasks inside of the system, again, is progressing us through that customer journey. You see how we're now moving from the decide phase into the evaluate phase? That's all being orchestrated by workflow. Again, guiding Sid through her day, illustrating for her what she needs to do next as she works with Mary.
So I see that I'm at the evaluate stage, and I look at the tasks that I need to complete to help Hotel 7 move through their journey. I see that I need to get an ROI analysis signed off, and I know that Kyle Gomez, the finance manager, had some questions. So before I email him, I'm going to reach out to him and see if I can clear up his questions.
Hotel 7, this is Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, this is Sid from Travel New. How you doing?
Good, Sid. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, I had a conversation with Mary about our new Experience SF service, and she told me that you had some questions.
Yeah, I was just curious about the typical revenue uplift your customers see in the first year.
Very good question. You know, we did a custom ROI analysis for Hotel 7. I'm away from my office, so let me get that number quickly and get back to you, okay?
That sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you, Kyle. So I'm on the road out to another meeting, and I don't have that information with me, but I do know that my trusty product manager does, who helped me with that analysis. So using Sugar Mobile, I go into the dashboard and click on Activity Stream so I can ask him what that number is. I quickly send off a query to Martin, and hopefully he'll answer my question while I'm in my meeting.
Were you texting and driving there, Sid? No, of course not. You were at Starbucks, right? Because I know you're a caffeine addict, right? Okay, got it. You got me worried there for a minute. Well, you see there, the new Activity Stream capability in Sugar Mobile allows you to quickly collaborate with your colleagues inside the application in a social stream, giving you that full context of the customer and all of the data inside the application at your fingertips as you collaborate. Very cool new capability in Sugar Mobile. Right on. I'm not sure if they're clapping because you didn't text and drive or clapping for mobile.
I didn't get caught.
Okay.
Okay, so I come out of my meeting, I look at my activity stream, and my magnificent Martin has answered my question. I'm going to give Kyle a call back and give him the number to keep this customer moving along.
Hotel 7, this is Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Sid from Travel New. I got that number for you. We're showing a 25% uplift in revenue in year one with the Hotel 7 with the Experience One new service. Anyway, you know what I mean.
I do, actually. And that sounds great. Sounds like it's in line with what we're seeing from a listing partner like Travel New.
Great, Kyle. Then if you're all good with the revenue numbers, I'll make sure to close out the analysis and get it off to you and Mary. And with a quote.
Sounds good, Sid. Thanks.
Thank you. So I go back to the office and make sure that I log the fact that Kyle has verbally agreed to the ROI analysis so that I know what stage to go to next.
This is captivating theater, isn't it? I like it. Right on. Again, working our way through the customer journey, through each step of the process, managed and orchestrated by Sugar Advanced Workflow. Now we're at the much anticipated, long-awaited purchase phase. Gotta love that. That's what Sid's living for. Let's see how Sid works with her customer to help guide them through that purchase phase.
I'm excited. We're at the purchase phase with Hotel 7. I really think they're going to be, our service can do something really great for them. I look at the customer journey dashlet and I see that there are two tasks that I need to fulfill, my two key points of engagement with Hotel 7 to get them to the next stage. The first is I need to get them a quote. Now, I have been talking to Kyle about the ROI analysis, but Mary and I really haven't firmly talked about price, so I'm going to reach out to her before I actually just send a quote over.
Hotel 7, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary, it's Sid from Travel New. How you doing?
Hey, Sid, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mary. Hey, I wanted to let you know I had a good conversation with Kyle and just wanted to run through that ROI analysis with you. For the low price of $36,000 a year for our new Experience SF service, we've modeled a 25% uplift in Hotel 7's revenue. So just wanted to make sure that sounds good to you.
So I looked at the numbers, and they look good, but really, Sid, my mother told me never to take the first offer. Can you do any better?
Okay, well, you know what? I got a great idea, Mary. We're looking for some great marketing references. I need some good, cool videos and customer stories and references. If you would be willing to be a good marketing reference for us, I think I can convince my boss to give you a 10% discount.
Well, you know, my mother actually worked in marketing, and I totally understand. So, yes, I think that's reasonable.
Great. Thanks, Mary. I'll get the quote to you. So I go back into Sugar, and I put in the quote for the 10% off, and I make a note to my boss that Mary has indeed agreed to be a marketing reference for us. Hopefully she'll approve the quote.
All right, outstanding. Let's dig into this a little bit further. I think we have here up on the screen the Keep Your Mother Happy discount approval process. I wanted to point out a little bit more detail here about how you can model a process like this inside of your business. Inside of this discount approval process, you see that there's a trigger that catches if any discount has been submitted for greater than 5%. If so, it kicks off an approval process, sending an email out to the manager of that employee. In this case, Sid's manager is Victoria. Victoria will get an email guiding her into the application where she can look at her approval inbox and approve this or reject this particular discount request. Let's see what Victoria does.
So I get an email notification. I'm stoked. My boss has approved the discount. The second great news of the day is Mary signed off on the contract. I'm going to go back into Sugar, close out the opportunity, and welcome her as the newest customer for our Experience SF service.
Right on. Well done, Sid. Isn't your business that easy just to walk through step by step? It's fantastic what you can do with Sugar CRM. All right. Well, thank you very much, Sid, for showing us how you guide your customer through her decide, evaluate, and purchase phases of her journey with Travel New. Let's now shift gears and bring our third contestant up on stage, who's going to tell us a little bit more about how he manages the process of working with Hotel 7 as they receive, use, and renew with Travel New. Take it away, Kerry.
Great, thanks. So, of course, right after we land this new customer as a customer success manager, I immediately, through workflow, advanced workflow, get a notification. This customer needs to be onboarded. So I can quickly and easily click right through to the record in the link in the email. And just like with Sid, I can see everything I need to know as a success manager about Hotel 7. Look at their website. Look at where they are in the journey. Understand, most importantly, the contacts associated with the account, so I immediately know the roles and the individuals who I should include in onboarding. So I get a call and a meeting together with Tim, who's going to be managing the listings. Make sure they get onboarded. During that call, I go into the task, and the knowledge base and the workflow together in Sugar give me everything I need to do to make sure this onboarding is successful. The knowledge base prompts me with all the things I should mention they should put on their listings, such as local attraction guides in multiple languages, currency exchange at the front desk, a multilingual concierge. These are all the things that Hotel 7, a new hotel looking for that international discerning clientele, should put on their listings. Of course, behind that is the knowledge base that's going to give me names, contacts, preferred vendors that I can offer up to Hotel 7 just in case they don't currently offer these services. Again, we're trying to make them stand out on their listings on our site to get that 25% uplift that we've modeled for them. So right after I'm done with this onboarding, I can quickly go back in, market is completed, and now I've successfully moved them from the receive phase into the use phase of their journey.
All right, excellent. So we saw there's how the knowledge-based article capability built inside Sugar helps guide Kerry through every step of working with his customer on the onboarding process. Again, this illustrates how Sugar CRM provides a complete end-to-end customer relationship management solution for that end-to-end customer journey, all packaged into one product for you. All right, let's now put our imagination hat back on, right? Move forward in time, 90 days, and let's start working with this customer to see how they're using the product that they're working with. In here, we've integrated together Travel New and Sugar CRM, the Travel New website, into Sugar CRM, leveraging the Sugar web services so that all of these customer updates that are being done by Hotel 7 inside of Travel New are mirrored into the Sugar system, so advanced workflow can keep track of what Hotel 7 is doing inside of the Travel New website and kick off any customer success processes necessary. In this case, we're detecting that no one has updated the Travel New website from Hotel 7 in the last 60 days or so. Something's wrong. They're not keeping their listing up to date. Let's see what Carrie does to engage with this customer.
Right. So again, as the success manager for Hotel 7, I get an alert letting me know that they've been inactive for an extended period of time. Wanting to research this further and make sure that they're getting the best experience they can along their journey, I click through the record to find out more. So I can quickly log in, check what's going on, and reach out to the person I think will help me solve the problem fastest. So I call Mary.
Hotel 7, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary, this is Carrie at Travel New. How you doing?
Great, how are you?
I am all right. Look, I'm calling because the system is telling us that no one's logged in over there at Hotel 7 for a couple months now. Can you give me a little insight on what's going on?
Yeah, it's funny you called. We had a change, and we have a new marketing person now.
Ah, okay. Well, what I can do is I can quickly get that marketing person back up to speed. It's really important that you're active on your listings in order to, increase your visibility on our site. If you just give me the name of that new employee, I'll make sure I get them onboarded really quick.
Sure, that's Jamie Talmadge.
Okay, great. I'm going to reach out to Jamie right now and set up an onboarding, get you guys back to speed.
Sounds good.
All right, take care. So right after the call, immediately go into the system, set up a meeting with Jamie to make sure we get Hotel 7 back on track so there's no gaps in their customer experience, but more importantly, they're reaching out, getting on the site, getting out and being visible to their target market so they can see that 25% revenue uplift that we're hoping for them.
Outstanding, Carrie. Everybody see that newly updated meeting screen? Yeah, it looks good. It's Sugar 7 user experience. I like that. Okay, again, everybody got their imagination hat? Put it back on. Moving forward several months into the future here, we're now 60 days before the annual renewal with Travel New on behalf of Hotel 7. Again, remember how we talked about how the website has been integrated together with Sugar via Sugar Web Services? Well, again, we're tracking all of the key milestones that are happening inside of the Travel New website and kicking off workflows at the right point in time. We're now 2 months before that renewal, and we're tracking the fact that Hotel 7 has not yet hit that 25% revenue uplift that they're looking for. Remember we talked about that a little bit earlier, right? Haven't hit the number yet. This might put the renewal at risk. What's Carrie going to do?
So knowing where Hotel 7 is sitting in their journey and what we have modeled for them, I know I've got to be a little creative here. So I reach out again to Mary before the renewal to talk about some things.
This is Mary, Hotel 7.
Hey, Mary, it's Carrie at Travel New. How you doing?
Good, how are you, Carrie?
I'm good. Look, the reason why I'm calling, we're getting close to the end of your contract. I know we're a little bit off on some of the revenue uplift numbers that we have modeled for you. I wanted to have a little discussion, see what we can do to help you out here.
Yeah, it's good you called. I actually am not that good. I've been talking to my team about how we can address this gap in revenue.
Well, I've been thinking, and I think there's something that we could put together for you that would be exclusive to Hotel 7 on our listings and really drive interest and drive some bookings. We can put together a wine tour package. You're in the Bay Area. Your visitors, your guests can come in, take a wine tour at no cost to them. I think it's a great experience. It'll set you apart from the other boutique hotels, and I think really drive some revenue for you guys coming into the end of the year here.
That sounds really good, Carrie, but how much is that going to cost me?
Well, again, since we're coming up on renewal, what we can do is for the next 3 months, have this bundled together on your site at no cost to your guests, but also at no cost to Hotel 7, but you're going to have to renew today for another year. Why not?
Very clever of you, Carrie. I'll think about it. Just send me over the details.
I'll send over some renewal information as well as all the details you need to know about that wine tour package. I'll send them right over.
Sounds good.
Great. So, With my fingers crossed, I put all that information into an email and send that off over to Mary. Now, as we all know, as we play a little bit of waiting game when we're in sales or in any type of revenue. So I'm hoping that Mary sees the value that we're putting together, understands that wine tour package, especially at no cost, and the fact that even with a gap in usage, we have helped drive site visitors, we have driven guests. She's going to see the value of what we can do and how we're going to help her long into their customer journey with us, but more as Hotel 7 grows as a new hotel. So later that afternoon, in my inbox, I quickly see that there's a response, and I can click through to the record and see that Mary has accepted our proposal and has renewed for another year. Very happy with it.
Well done, Carrie. How about that? Congratulations on the renewal. Time to keep moving that demonstration through, right there, folks. So I first like to thank my team here for helping us work through this particular demonstration. Like I said, it's compelling theater here on stage in San Francisco. But most importantly, I'd like you to pause and think for a moment. A lot of complexity going on there, huh? A lot of moving parts, a lot of people involved. Does that remind you of your business? Probably does. This is exactly how SugarCRM can help you drive forward with your business and manage all of these complex interactions with every one of your customers. As we look at this, focusing on the customer and looking at how the customer works with you and thinks about you, with SugarCRM, you can pull together that data and visualize the process that your customer is working with you. You can orchestrate that process every step of the way with Sugar Advanced Workflow and ultimately tailor the application to the view of who's working with the customer right now. Is it your marketing team? Is it your sales team? Is it your customer success team? All of those working together to give you that view of how you can work with your customer and leverage Sugar as that engine of customer engagement. All right, so that's the finish of the demonstration. Thank you very much, everybody, for your attention and your imagination hats. Absolutely. And turn it back over to Carrie. No, it's not Carrie. I'm sorry. Wasn't it My Magnificent Martin? That's what it was.